Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again. Sports Gazette here. My name is Daniel. So after Arsenal trashing off Manchester City 3-0 in the Community Shield last Sunday, it has sparked a lot of conversation around the timeline, and and it's just about one particular player who did partake in the game just because of an ongoing negotiation with a particular club, since he wants to live and join that club. And all the conversation have been that his exit or him leaving Manchester City makes Arsenal, who are the defending champion of the English Premier League, unstoppable. I mean, them defending their title, or in the next 3 or couple of years coming, we will see Arsenal dominating the EPL or not, whether they will do that or not, since Rodri have left Manchester City. And I think it's just right that we also put our ideas and perspective in it, because I think it's a very good observation or very good discussion that we need to have. But before we do that, follow us on all social media platforms, subscribe to the channel, like our videos, comment. Your comment. I always say something about this, that your comments are most important to us, because most of the videos that I drop, one thing that I always do is I look out to the comment, and I think you guys are really doing well. You guys are really backing us up, and we really appreciate it. So don't stop. Just let us know anywhere that we falter, then we will quickly correct it, then we move on. So your comments are most important to us, but nonetheless, subscribe to the channel, follow us on all social media platforms, put your post notification button on all, and later we drop a video, you'll be the first to watch. So let's get into it. So last Sunday we saw Arsenal dominating Manchester City. I think for the first time in a while, I'm now seeing a team dominating Manchester City everywhere on the pitch. I think last Sunday, and Arsenal scored Manchester City 3-0 in the Community Shield final between them. And after the game, quickly forward, Barcelona also agreed a deal with Manchester City for Rodri Cascante, the World Cup winner, the Ballon d'Or winner, the Champions League winner, the EPL winner. And immediately after the deal was agreed, a particular conversation started online or our timeline, mainly on X, formerly of Twitter. And the conversation all has been that does this Rodri exit to Barcelona makes Arsenal unstoppable, or at least them defending their title again, and then seeing them in the subsequent years that they will be dominating the EPL. First thing first is, if it doesn't matter whether Rodri stays or leave, if Rodri was to be staying at Manchester City, I still think Arsenal will retain their title. I mean, they will defend their title once again. And the reason is simple. The reason I'm saying that is Manchester City have lost a lot of experience in that team. And you know, the biggest among them all is their manager, in Pep Guardiola. It was shocking to most of the Manchester City faithfuls when the news popped up that Manchester City, Pep Guardiola will leave Manchester City when his contract didn't even end, when the season is over, because they feel his style is done everything that he's supposed to do for the club. And it was shocking to most of us. But after that, most of the players to announce their exit from the team. So we saw Bernardo Silva also leaving on a free agent after the season, immediately the season end. John Stone the same thing. As for Rodri, we didn't know that he would be leaving, because Manchester City offered him contract extension last May. Yeah, they offered him a contract extension last May, but they were just dilly-dallying with the contract extension. The player wants to stay, he doesn't want to stay. So Manchester City themselves didn't know how to push for the player, because he wasn't giving them any answer that would say, oh, nah, this player doesn't want to stay, or this player wants to stay. That's not what he was doing. He was just, okay, you guys should give me some time to think about it. The contract is okay. And you see, that's what he was doing. So for you to lose Pep Guardiola first, Rodri second, and then Bernardo Silva, John Stones, these have been some of the players who have been integral for this Manchester City team for the past 10 years. Or I can even say in the Pep era, when they were dominating the EPL, dominating Europe, winning the Champions League and all those stuff. These were some of the players who were integral in the team. It got to a point in time John Stones was playing being used as a decoy in the midfield. So you see, you are losing such players in your team. We saw what happened to them when they lost Gundogan. I think Gundogan was the first who left to Barcelona. We saw that they were missing a presence in that midfield who was giving them that box to box work that Gundogan was giving them. No one was able to do that. They replaced him with Kelvin Phillips, and it didn't end up well for him. We saw what happened when they got De Bruyne also left to Napoli. We saw how their season unfolded. Manchester City have got back-to-back season without winning the EPL, and it's the first time in Pep's career that something is happening to him. So there are a lot of things going on in that Manchester City team that I don't think, even if Rodri was to stay, they can compete, all right. I think they can compete, but not to the extent that they did it last season. I think even last season, it was Arsenal who fought in a way for Manchester City to get into the race, because they got to a point. I think it was 11 points or something, or 9 points or something. So for it to come back to 2 points or something, that should tell you that it was Arsenal who were just living on movement and all those stuffs that brought the Manchester City to the team. So after that, you are losing such players in the team, it will be very, very difficult for you to compete again. So even if Rodri stays, I don't think they are capable of mounting a very good title challenge to Arsenal. I think Arsenal will still win the league no matter what. They are still in a very strong position to win the league. I think if Rodri was to be staying in club, he will still do a job in that midfield for Manchester City. He will still do a job for Manchester City, because we know him, his quality. We know what he did at the World Cup. He was just immense. He was dominating some of the top midfielders that we are talking about today. But one thing that I can guarantee you is Rodri now in the EPL is a risk, because he just returned from an ACL injury. We saw him when he returned to the Manchester City team from the ACL injury he got, and he wasn't that flashy. It was just normal. And we saw him that anytime that Manchester City he's not in Manchester City lineup, they always feel his presence. So you can see this is one of the most important players for the Manchester City setup. But I don't think he will give them what he was giving them 3 years ago, or 3 seasons ago, 4 seasons ago. No. Because already the EPL is one of the most physical league in the world. By him going to Spain will minimize his. I think he will be okay over there. Spain will be okay for him, because I think one thing that Barcelona cannot be doing with Rodri is because as you know, when the Champions League starts, we kick off with the Champions League. You play on Tuesday. You play your league matches on Saturday. Then you play Champions League on Tuesday. Barcelona cannot be letting him play one game every 3 days. No, they can't be doing that. So you can rest him for the league games, and then you play him in the Champions League. If you do that, you are risking him. The moment that Rodri gets injured, it will be like 2 months, 3 months, because he's old enough. So it's when he gets any injury, it will take him a long time for him to heal or recover. But one thing that I can also say about it for Barcelona is they are getting a very good player, very, very world-class player. I think ever since Busquets left Barcelona, I think this is the time that they are getting a very good replacement for him. And I think Rodri is ahead of Busquets. Yeah, that's what I think. That's just by the other side. I think he's good than him. But I think now that they've gotten a very good replacement for Pedri, Busquets. They are not even just getting that. They are getting a player which most of their young guns or young players in the team can learn from. Pedri, Marc Asado, Marc Bernal, Dani Olmo, even Dijon. They can learn from Rodri. So Barcelona have really invest in something very good for them. And obviously Rodri can, if Rodri is fit and on his day on form, he can guarantee you at least 2 to 3 years. Imagine this Barcelona team with Rodri. It's a done deal. I'm seeing people are saying, oh, yeah, they are one of the favorites for the Champions League. Barcelona are always favorites. They are always one of the favorites for the Champions League. That one there's no doubt. And Rodri even shoot them a little bit to their next level. But I think they need to get a striker one. They need to get another defender to pair with Pau Kubasi. Even though they signed Rodri, I still think there are some places in the team that they need to fill. That's the one. They need to at least get 2 defenders, because for now you can't depend on Christensen. You can't depend on Eric Garcia. The only player that has shown that you can depend on him is Pau Kubasi. And for him, he doesn't have a partner. So today you see him playing with this, player. No. Get him an experienced player who he can also learn from. I mean Pau Kubasi. He has shown that he's world class. But just give him a partner who he can also learn from and teach him how to do other things. So we saw it at the World Cup. The World Cup, people were mentioning Pau Kubasi. Oh yeah, he was good. He was awesome, phenomenal. But his partner in Laporte was the one letting him know that do this, don't do this, go here, don't go here, stay back. You see, so if Barcelona they really want to win the Champions League or compete properly in the Champions League, I think they need to get at least two defenders, because already Araujo have left to Barcelona, Liverpool. So just get another defender, 2 defenders in, and you are good to go. You are very good to go. But for Manchester City, I think they need to understand that this is a player who has paid his dues, because there is nothing that this guy hasn't won. Rodri, World Cup winner, Ballon d'Or, Champions League, EPL, FA Cup, Community Shield. What again? Club World Cup, Super Cup. This is a player who has paid his dues to the highest level. He knows that, yeah, he's paid his dues to the Manchester City faithfuls. They knows. But it's just that they are not finding the right replacement. And that's how it is. Such players, it's very difficult for you to find a very good replacement for them. It takes you some time. It really does take you some time to find a very good replacement for such players, because their level are way ahead of everyone. So for you to get a very good replacement for them, Barcelona, Busquets left Barcelona, and they are now getting a proper replacement for him in Rodri. So I think Manchester City need to do more, because already their midfield is so light. Anderson, Nico Gonzalez, who this evening, a news pop up that he is also on his way out to Newcastle. You see, he's also leaving. Already, Rangers have left to the Saudi world in Al Qassia. He have joined them in £61 million or something. Anderson is in already. Who again are you going to pay him with? I heard Wadi is also coming. This is right. So, for you to be able to at least compete in the Champions League and the EPL, just get Enzo in. And the news that we are gathering this evening is Manchester City today have made contact with the camp of Enzo Fernandez again, that they want to exploit a move for him. So I won't be surprised if Manchester City start negotiation with Chelsea, because still the player wants to leave. His camp are also really pushing for him to join Manchester City. So just go and show the cash to Chelsea, and then they will just agree 130. Then they will sell the player to you. But then I think Manchester City are very light in the middle of the park. We saw how Arsenal dominated them last Sunday, and it was very bad. I was like, is this Manchester City that I'm watching? Is this Kevin De Vrij Manchester City, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva Manchester City? No, it was just bad. It was just bad. But I think still Arsenal are the favorite to win the Premier League. Rodri staying or leaving doesn't guarantee Manchester City whether they will. No. I think Arsenal are still the favorite, and I think they will win it. I even think this season will be much easier than last season, because I think it was because of Pep Guardiola. That's why Manchester City were able to fight that little bit, but it wasn't that enough. So for you to be losing this kind of experienced players, I think Savino is also on his way out of the team, joining Tottenham. So they are losing a lot of experience head in the team. Experience head in the team. And Enzo Maresca have a lot to do. Enzo Maresca have a lot to do with this Manchester City side. He has a lot to do. For one thing that I can advise him is, he has been at Manchester City before, and he knows how they are. So he shouldn't just on your you say like quickly want to implement what he want to do. No, just stay with them. It's a little bit the Manchester City faithful knows that Pep Guardiola lady and you feeling his shoes would be a big shoes to fill. So it will take you some time. They know. So just calm down. Let them do this. Don't just quickly say, oh, I'm implementing what I want us to do. No. It's little by little. It will click. So Uncle Russian one. This is the APO. You have been here before. You ever cycle? Yeah. So Arsenal will win the league again. That one there, no doubt. So if Rodri stays or not. Already he has joined Barcelona. And hey, Charlie. Some clubs are class. Oh. You saw the presentation of Rodri at Barcelona. Sometimes I'm not a fan of Barcelona, but I like how they do their things. Yeah, I like how they present players to the faithful and everything. And Charlie, it's very, very nice, very, very nice. They've just announced Rodri this evening, about an hour ago, and I think it was just class that he will elevate that from if they were to be doing Champions League semi-final. Now he will increase them to at least final or something. You understand? So Rodri is in, and Barcelona faithful you need to have, because you are getting a very, very good player, world-class player as that. So let's see how it goes. That's my thought on the Rodri Arsenal Barcelona conversation. So let's see how it goes. Follow us on the social media platform. Like our videos, put your post notification button on, or anytime we drop a video, you'll be the first to watch. Thank you. See you in the next video. Peace.